what has continued to make Bond attractive as talent? What it what do you know? Certainly, there's been a little bit of budget. Very fortunate.
You said in your introductory remarks there an hour and a half ago, I think.
The fun thing about this exhibition is that visitors can follow in James Bond's footsteps. When we were conceiving the show, we looked to the films, obviously. And the films have a defined narrative structure. And how the show evolved was that we decided to take the places that James Bond visits and create spaces within the exhibition that reflect that. So one of the first places a visitor will encounter is M's office. From M's office, they will go to Q Branch, which is where Bond always went to pick up a gadget to protect himself. From there, you progress to the casino, which is a domain that Bond usually visits prior to his mission to glean vital information and contacts. And then the show really unfolds like a journey.
I kind of tried to craft the shape of the exhibition and the flow of the exhibition together with Abe Rogers, who's the official designer. And we together chose the contents of the exhibition, and that was the most challenging thing, because as you can imagine, in the beginning of the Bond films there's not a very great amount of content being kept, but as you move on through the 80s and then into the 90s and 2000s, everyone was much more aware of the value, the iconic value of what they had, and so for every costume that you design, they'll take one to the archive. And so we did have much more access to things later on. And what we decided was, because there wasn't a lot for the casino room, for instance, from early, we would recreate very, very painstakingly some of the early evening dresses. And I think they're very successful, the ones we did.
Created it so it actually worked underwater, which I think is actually genius. His name's Mr. Addy, and his son said to me, "You can't imagine how much." And that suit has served as a reference.
One of the biggest challenges was getting the bikini from the people who own Planet Hollywood, because they wanted to have an exchange of another bikini to display for that, so that was complicated, but we did get it in the end. Getting Grace Jones's dress to arrive here just arrived at 1 minute to when the case that's to contain it was to be closed down, so that was pretty good. And also, I hope she comes to the exhibition and sees it there, because it's fabulous, because if she hadn't kept it all those years, it wouldn't be here,